Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about module number 2, that is line parameters. Here we are going to discuss about that resistance, inductance and capacitance. So first of all, here we are going to discuss about that resistance. Resistance is nothing but the property of the material which opposes that the flow of line conductors current or the flow of current through the line conductors. The resistance is distributed uniformly along the whole length or total length of the transmission line, because if you take that bundle conductors or overhead line conductors are constructed between that two supporting poles. Like this, it is constructed between that sending end location to receiving end location. So if it is connected between sending end location to receiving end location for a long distance like 80 kilometers or between 80 to 150 kilometers or more than 150 kilometers, so either for short transmission line or either for medium transmission line or either for long transmission line, it offers that resistance at per unit centimeter of the given length of the conductor. This resistance, whatever it offers at per unit centimeter of that given length of the conductor, it performs that a transmission line which can be analyzed conveniently if distributed resistance is considered as a lumped parameters, because lumped parameters are those parameters which are physically separable and it is easy for doing analysis individually. But distributed parameters are those parameters which are distributed over the length of the given transmission line, and it is impossible to do the analysis individually by one by another because it is distributed at per unit centimeter of the given length of the transmission line. So the resistance of that overhead line conductor which is opposing that flow of current through it, and it gives that bearing capability to bear that the flow of currents which are flowing through that overhead transmission lines. Similarly, however we discuss that resistance, in the same manner there is another parameter of the transmission line constant called inductance. An inductance is existed a piece of wire which is twisted in the form of a coil. If it is energized with a AC voltage source, then it drives an alternating current through that inductance. So once the current which is flowing through the inductor, it is initially opposed by the already existing charge across that inductor, because inductor is an energy storage element which stores energy in the form of an electromagnetic field. So due to the presence of internally magnetic field, the flow of current through the inductor is not constant, it can changes with respect to the time. Therefore we can write the mathematical equation capital L is equal capital L into di by dt is equal N into pi, because the flux produced by the inductor, that is pi, which links with the total n number of turns which was offered for that inductance. Therefore we can write mathematical the formula Li is equal n pi, where n into pi is nothing but flux linkages to the n number of conductors which was offered for the given inductance. Therefore n pi we can write mathematically as psi. Therefore Li is equal psi and L is equal psi divided by I. Therefore when an alternating current which flows through an inductor, there exists that changing in flux which is set up by the coil which links the conductor. Due to these flux linkages, the conductor possesses inductance. Mathematically, inductance is defined as flux linkage per ampere, that is L is equal n pi divided by I. L is equal n pi divided by I, where n pi is called as psi. Psi is called as flux linkage. Therefore L is equal psi by I. So an inductance is defined as the ratio of flux linkages to its ampere of current is called as inductance. So an inductance is defined as the ratio of flux linkages to its ampere of current is called as inductance. The units of inductance is called as Henry. And here psi is called as flux linkage whose units are Weber turns, and I is nothing but the current whose units are in amperes. Therefore the inductance is also uniformly distributed along the given length of the transmission line. Again it is very convenient for do the analysis if it is assumed or assumption it act as a lumped parameter. If it is a lumped parameter, it is easy to do the analysis. If it is a distributed parameter, it is difficult somewhat to do the calculations, to calculate that line inductance either line to line or line to neutral. Therefore what is meant by capacitance? So to what is meant by capacitance? For understanding about that capacitance, here I am going to show that capacitance which is existed between any two line conductors or between line and neutral wire. So a capacitance is existed between two conductors or a capacitance which is existed between the two conducting plates which are separated by a dielectric medium. So in case of overhead transmission lines, between one line conductor to another line conductor, there exists that capacitance. This capacitance is existed at per unit centimeter of the given length of the conductor. Therefore, here this is the capacitance which was existed between the two line conductors in the overhead transmission line, and the capacitors all are connected in parallel, means we can add that all the capacitances whose value is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus C4 and so on, Cn is equal C equivalent. Therefore, this is the overall capacitance which is existed between the two line conductors, where we can turn it as a lumped parameter, and Vs is nothing but the sending end voltage, and the current flowing through the capacitor is called as charging current, and the current which is coming out from the capacitor is called as discharging current. Therefore, as we know that any two conductors separated by an insulating material which constitute a capacitor, like that in case of overhead transmission lines, air acts as a dielectric medium and air can separated by the two conductors. Therefore, air acts as an insulation, there exists that capacitor, however we shown in this figure. So this capacitance is existed at per unit centimeter of a given conductor. Therefore, capacitance exists between any two overhead line conductors. Therefore, we can define that capacitance. Capacitance is defined as the ratio of charge per unit length to its potential difference is called as capacitance. The units of capacitance is called as farads, and the capacitance is directly proportional to its charge, and it is inversely proportional to the potential difference which was existed between the two conducting plates. Hence, it may be treated as a uniform series of capacitance between the two conductors, because if we are going to treat that line capacitance at per unit centimeter of the conductor, by that time it is difficult to do the calculations, because we have to do the calculations individually for each and every capacitance. As to minimize that all these complications of the capacitance which was existed between the two conducting plates, for analysis purpose, simply for short transmission lines and medium transmission lines, we can ignore the capacitance which was distributed throughout the length of the transmission line, as to make the calculations are very convenient to us. Therefore, the capacitance of the transmission line is considered as uniformly distributed over the length of the transmission line for easy calculations. And the capacitance of the given conductor, it can increases and decreases, which depends upon the voltage between the conductors at that point. That means where we calculated that capacitance, that is nothing but the voltage, where this is nothing but sending voltage, which is nothing but the potential difference between this conductor and this conductor, nothing but the potential difference which is existed between the two conducting plates of this capacitance which was existed at here. Therefore, the capacitance of the given transmission line is increases and decreases. It depends upon the voltage between the conductors at that point, and due to this a current which is known as charging current which flows through the conductor. Just look at here. In this side we can, in this figure here we can observe very clear the current which is flowing through this capacitor is called as charging current, which is represented as I suffix C. And one more thing here, a charging current or discharging current is existed for the given length of the transmission line at per unit centimeter of the conductor for a given length of the transmission line. Thereby the capacitance value is increases and decreases, and the capacitance value, once it is increases or decreases, then compulsory there exists the charging current and discharging current of the capacitance, because of the existing of potential difference between the two conductors. Whenever there exists that potential difference between the two conductors, then there exists the charging and discharging currents. The line voltage drop, efficiency and power factor of the line depends upon the value of the capacitance. Thank you.